Let's go down to that $53,000 school teacher. Because I think a lot of my average person who follows me is going to be in between $60,000 and like $80,000.
Sure.
And there probably are at about in between $15,000 to $25,000, $30,000 worth of debt. $53,000 a year, they're not investing a lot because $53,000 a year gross is going to be about $38,000 net. How are they winning?
So here's how they win. The first thing they do, Anthony, is you buy what you can until you can buy what you want.
That's good.
That's number one.
Now, when you say buy, are they investing partially? Are they buying a home?
No, their first investment needs to be where they lay their head.
I got you.
Right?
Okay. All right.
They need to buy, in my humble opinion, because of the forced savings mechanism, the appreciation that comes with it, and also the write-offs. Right.
Yep.
So when you look at your mortgage, you look at there's interest, there's principal, there's taxes, there's insurance, and there's private mortgage insurance. Those are the 5 components, right? Typically on a government mortgage. Let's just say if their income is between 50 and 80.
That's
I know.
FHA loan?
Yeah, that's an FHA loan all day. I know Dave says save until you get to 20%.
I don't. No.
Okay, good. I'm glad you don't, and I'll tell you why I say don't do that as a mortgage professional of 25 years. Because typically the average income increases 3 to 5% a year. Right. Well, number one, you're not keeping pace with the housing market, and you're not keeping pace with inflation. So while you're trying to save, you're making us rich as landlords. Right. I would much rather you, wherever you are right now, be a good steward, and let's stop the bleeding, and let's buy right now.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Where we are.
Right. I agree.
That creates, so out of the 5 components on an FHA mortgage, your interest, your taxes, and your homeowner's insurance are write-offs. So 60% that makes up 100% of your mortgage, you get back at the end of the year. And they thank you for being a visionary.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I say all the time, Anthony, is that we all pay a mortgage. It just may not be ours.
Absolutely. Even if you're in an apartment, that's still a mortgage.
That's a mortgage.
Absolutely.
Listen, we just bought a $18.3 million 200-unit apartment complex. That's a huge mortgage, bro.
Absolutely.
And I got 200 of my friends, 200 doors, that are going to pay it for me.
Yeah. That's so good. So $53,000, you're saying, hey, go get a place where you lay your head.
Yeah.
But it's not just getting up and going to buy a place. You're also teaching them how to get the proper hours, how to do it correctly so they can properly write it off. Not just lay your head.
Yeah.
You can lay your head there and properly write it off because it is an investment.
It is an investment. It's an investment.
I think that's the part that a lot of us are missing out on getting that education on, is how do you do it right and in places where you lay your head at.
Yeah.
Because I had to have someone teach me how to write this off properly.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
this is a business.
It is.
Yeah.
Which I'm sad because I'm going to lose some of it when we move out.
Well, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're still going to keep an office in here.
Absolutely.
So we still get to write that part.
I'm going to move all the offices come down here for me now.
Well, so it's still the same thing. Because still the business, Anthony ONeal Inc. is now renting from Anthony ONeal.
Yeah.
The individual.
Yeah. Okay.
So just like if me and Jade wanted to rent this, you would charge us.
Well, I'm going to charge you.
I get a discount.
Nah, Jay.
But you see what I'm saying? So part of that 6,000 square feet is broken out based on what the average rent for office space in this area would be, times the square footage. That comes off your mortgage, bro.
A lot of people, and I'm curious, I know what you think about this, and we're just having a good conversation.
Sure.
This is some educational stuff that people need to hear.
Sure.
And thank you for bringing this up. $53,000, that's $38,000 net. They're drowning in debt already, though. And so I know my cousin, for example, who lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of Fort Bragg, second largest Army base in the world, got approved for a home mortgage of $99,000. And she said, I couldn't find nowhere I felt safe at. You said something that was so good. You said, buy what you can until you can get what you want.
Yeah.
What do you recommend to people who are saying, but let me ask you this question, because you're a woman. Would you buy something that may not be exactly what you want, but to get into the process? as a woman?
As a woman, yes, if it was in a space that I felt safe. I think safety is important for women.
Okay.
I mean, again,
And what's safe though? Because you know some of y'all ladies be a little bit too bougie.
see, y'all need to stop saying that.
I'm gonna say that. Though.
Safe is like when I walk outside, there's not a lot of activity going on, right?
I get you, but it may not be in the most polished neighborhood. Neither though. Is that not safe?
I mean, polished and unsafe to me are two completely
It's two different things, yeah.
Yeah, like it might not have all the bells and whistles. It might not be an open concept. It might not be a, but again, it is, we have to understand the marathon aspect and not the sprint aspect of life, right? So in other words, it's like, I want an open concept and I want to have two separate, toilets in the restroom and a double vanity and a this and a that. But for right now, I may have to get me a 3-bed, 2.5 or 1.5 bath for the next 2 or 3 years.
That part.
To start building, understanding that this is not going to be a forever home. Because regardless, here's the thing. I'm either going to do it in my home that may not be exactly what I want, or I'm going to do it in an apartment complex and I am literally like flushing my money because I'm paying somebody else's, like you all said, I'm paying their mortgage or I'm going to be renting from someone else.
Anthony, here's how I look at it. You've made other concessions in every other area of your life. Typically, you're not on the job or the career you want. You don't have the body you want. You're probably not dating the person you want, and you're not driving the car. So why does it all stop at the house?
Ooh.
That's true. That's not that. You better preach.
You made other concessions in your life. So now
I don't know if you. I don't really like the fact you're saying you ain't dating the guy you want.
It happens.
If you dating me, you better want me.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you better be like, I'm settling for Anthony.
Yeah.
No.
But what I'm saying is that we've made other concessions. But why do we draw the line right here?
Tommy, you know what, Tommy, you talking. CJ, come here real quick. I'm gonna call my brother in. I don't want you to think I'm capping.
That's good.
So I lived in a very nice. My first home that I built was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was huge. It was custom. Come and get in the camera. I don't know how we can get him in the camera because I want the world to make sure that they know I ain't capping.
You want to come on outside, CJ?
CJ is my brother. Been with me about 20 years. So my first home that I built in Tennessee, gorgeous, custom built, everything.
That's dope.
The second home that I got, Jade, I literally walked it the night before I was going to close.
Oh, wow.
With Raven, my dog.
Oh, wow.
And I almost backed out because it was in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I say the hood.
No. Yeah.
But it was a brand new home. 3-story rooftop balcony. Call me to play. I was the bachelor. But I was the bachelor in the hood.
In the hood.
Right.
And I literally...
Sounds like gentrification.
It was a gentrification area. But what I'm saying, across the street, grandmama coming up, when I moved in the next day, I moved in, she came over, knocked on my door, and put her face on my glass door, said, can you take me down the street to get some weed and some beer?
No, you are making this up. It's a true story.
True story.
Trap houses.
2 street over. I'm talking about they selling bodies. They selling drugs. But my real estate agent said, this is going to be the best investment you've ever made in your life. I said, yeah, but bruh.
Am I gonna be around it again?
I said, but bruh.
They were stealing packages and everything.
I'm talking about packages off the front door. We ordered some stuff for the studio upstairs, came back home. I'm asleep. Package gone. And so I stepped up the game, though. I mean, I got Raven, my protection dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man. I got guns on me in every place I go. And everywhere we walked, I walked around with a gun. I would definitely not suggest it for a woman.
Correct.
I bought that townhome for right at $585. Stayed in it for 9 months. Decided to come here. Sold it for $713.
See?
Listen, let me say this to you. That's the power of real estate.
Yes.
There is no other asset class that you could have done that in.
No.
You can't do that in stock.
No.
You can't do that in crypto.
No.
You can't do that any other place other than this dirt.
Facts.
That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
you bought what you could until you could get what you want.